Welcome back to the Viva Arcana, where the tea is hot, the cards are dramatic, and Spirit occasionally arrives carrying receipts nobody asked for, bitch. Now, y'all, today's reading asks, what's the secret behind the situation? Not the story being told, not the Instagram version, not the carefully edited public relations statement from the Department of Emotional Fuckery and Nonsense. You feel what I'm saying? And we're looking underneath the floorboards. So grab your beverage, your blunt, silence your ex's notification, and let's see what the cards have to uncover because, yeah. And you guys, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Support the channel. Help us grow. And we love all. We accept all. Just leave the disrespect at the door. Okay? So, let's descend into the velvet shadows, baby. Hold on. Okay. So, collective, let me tell you how there are secrets that you may or may not be aware of. And I'm feeling like you can intuitively feel like something is shifting in the energy, and you just might be right. You just might be alright, okay? And so, to start off our reading, we have the High Priestess of Water. Yes, y'all getting better with the lighting. There's no glare. Ooh. Um, but it was clarified by Secrets in Reverse, by Compassion, by Stranded, clarified with some tarot, we got the Shadow, and the Four of Wands. Okay? So, collective, the secrets begin with the secrets like they begin with emotions that can no longer stay hidden. And so with secrets in reverse, it's no secret how you or your counterpart is feeling about the other. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. The High Priestess of Water represents deep emotional awareness, and secrets reverse suggests that something previously concealed is surfacing. Um, Someone has been emotionally stranded, and it's like someone has been pretending everything was fine while quietly floating around like a boat. Like I ain't gonna even say a boat, floating around like a lost flip flop in the Gulf of Mexico. Like, but this Four of Wands represents a deeper wanting, a deeper desire. They long for stability, home, belonging, and is giving water energy. Honestly, so Capricorn. I mean, ooh, you might be dealing with a Capricorn, but Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces, and this Four of Wands to me, it represents foundations. And so the universe is exposing hidden emotions because a stronger foundation wants to emerge, right? And it's giving and there's no gender in tarot, but it's giving masculine and feminine energy. The feminine energy appears highly intuitive. She's already knowing more than she admits. And I say that because this compassion card, right? Compassion from the Cosmic Oracle suggests that she's been understanding circumstances that's never deserved understanding. So now she's reading the room, she's reading the energy, she's reading the silence, and probably reading people who think that they're unreadable. And Spirit is confirming that she's not confused. She's just simply waiting. But however, though, the masculine energy appears like emotionally shadowed, right? With the shadow right here, which talks about self empowerment and ambition. And there are feelings present that have not been fully acknowledged, right? And so instead of expressing vulnerability, avoidance became like the preferred strategy. It's a timeless human tradition, and it's really disheartening because you truly come to a point in life where you understand that people are so used to toxicity that they don't know when they've met somebody who genuinely just loves them and wants to see them do great and be great. You feel what I'm saying? But moving over to slide 2, we have rigid. We have peace. We have unconditional love. We have the absinthe mermaid. I don't know why mermaid prophetess just crossed my mind, but shout out to mermaid prophetess. And then we clarify with some tarot, and we have the seven of feathers and the nine of swords reverse. So, first of all, and as I go, I'm gonna put these back in. Yeah, but it's giving. The secret here is stubbornness. To be honest, it's not manipulation. It's not evil. Just pure premium grade A ass stubbornness. The kind that deserves its own loyalty rewards program, bitch. Like one of those. Like that's it's and rigid. Rigid suggests that somebody refuses to bend. Somebody refuses to compromise. But see, look at here now. With the seven of feathers, it suggests strategic avoidance, right? But excuse me, the confirmation. But the absinthe mermaid speaks of escapism. It speaks of running. It speaks of trying to cope, right? But rather than confronting emotions directly, someone, maybe you or your counterpart, but someone attempted to numb, distract, or rationalize, or maybe they might have even tried to outthink their emotions. So instead of feeling, someone is trying to intellectualize what they feel. Confirmation. And so, with the Nine of Swords in reverse, okay, with the Nine of Swords in reverse, it reveals healing is beginning. So peace and unconditional love suggests the soul connection remains intact beneath the resistance. And it's giving masculine energy. The masculine energy appears to be afraid of vulnerability. Not because the love isn't present, but because vulnerability removes control. Right? Let me put these down. But it removes control. So, and let's be clear, the it removes the control because the control has been functioning as the emotional duct tape, right? But the feminine energy, I'm seeing confirmation. The feminine energy seems to understand that forcing outcomes isn't the answer. So she's entering a state of peace. Okay? Not because but it's not because she stopped caring. It's because she's tired of auditioning for the role of emotional detective. She's been there, she's done that. She's tired, right? So, let me see. Let me straighten this out because I need to create some space, y'all. And so with this third, with the third pile, it give it before I start. It's giving third party maybe like a little karmic energy. You feel what I'm saying? And we're gonna go through and I'm gonna tell you why, right? So we start off our third pile with obedience, create, strength, mermaid with the black sea serpent, clarified with some tarot. We have the three of feathers, the tower, and the king of swords in reverse. Hold on, you guys. Okay, collective, my bad. I'm back. But then we have the tower and the king of swords reverse. And this is where the karmic energy enters the reading because obedience speaks of conditioning, expectations, inherited beliefs, and following rules that may no longer align with the soul's path, right? But the secret behind the situation, spirit is telling me like the secret behind the situation is that someone has been operating from mental framework that is no longer sustainable. And understand, mermaid with the black sea serpent reveals toxic attachments, fear-based influences, unhealthy thought patterns, maybe even outside energies that have wrapped themselves around the situation and restricted authentic growth, right? And so the tower appears because spirit has reached a point where the gentle nudges are no longer enough. Spirit sent signs, spirit sent synchronicities, spirit sent red flags, and spirit has sent you dreams or downloads. And spirit practically rented a billboard on the highway of consciousness. And when nobody listened, spirit brought the tower. And the king of swords reverse reveals a deeper it reveals the deeper karmic lesson. So someone have someone has been avoiding accountability, maybe using logic to suppress emotions, or maybe someone is trying to uh control the narrative, refusing to acknowledge what they already know. They're refusing to acknowledge what they did or how they showed up. For some viewers, this represents a third party influence, creating confusion, offering poor advice, or encouraging fear based decisions. For others, this represents that internal karmic voice, stay where it's comfortable. Don't trust your intuition. Play it safe. But the tower arrives to destroy that illusion. Okay? Bitch, let me. Bitch. Child. Listen. Confirmation on what I'm about to say. Strength. This confirms that although the process feels disruptive, the soul is becoming stronger through every revelation. Right? And so, create indicates that spirit is clearing away outdated mental structures so something authentic can finally be created to be built. Like masculine energy here, the masculine energy is definitely this King of Swords in reverse. Um, you Masculine energy may be confronting difficult truths. There may be avoidance or some denial, or maybe even, I want to say, like emotional detachment. And it's occurring because vulnerability feels uncomfortable. But this doesn't automatically indicate like manipulation. Sometimes the hardest truth to face is the one staring back from the mirror, y'all. You feel what I'm saying? And I think the masculine energy is being confirmation. The masculine energy is being challenged to replace control with honesty. But that honesty, in their mind, could have dire effects. You feel what I'm saying? And I also, Spirit is putting it on me to also say that sometimes when people do things to you and they know that they fucked up, it's hard for them to come back to you knowing that things won't be the same. So in order to keep things the same, they try to implement that control. And Spirit is coming with the Tower because that's who has the real control. Okay? But let's get into our feminine energy. Shout out to my ladies, shout out to my fellas, shout out to everybody in between. You feel what I'm saying? But the feminine energy appears to be like awakening, and she's awakening quick. Intuition is increasing, discernment is sharpening, and the female, excuse me, it might be a female, okay. But the feminine energy is beginning to like recognize where words and actions have not aligned. And so the story and the energy no longer match. And once that realization occurs, it's like it becomes impossible to not see. So it's giving like she can't unknow what she has picked up. And so far, you guys, we have. Give me 1 second. We have. I'm sorry, y'all. My cat is like. Okay. But anyway, y'all. So we have like astrological synchronization. I feel like because it's a lot of water and earth on the board, right? I see some fire and stuff too. We're gonna get into that. But with the Tower energy, it's giving Mars. Mars is giving Scorpio, Aries, and then with the King of Swords in reverse, it's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all, it's crazy. It's really crazy how the masculines are showing up. They're finally waking up. They're finally waking up. But I also want to put out there, you guys, that the more your masculine wakes up, okay, if you are in a third party situation, this doesn't apply to everybody. But if you are in a third party situation, the more your masculine wakes up, the more that karmic, the more manipulative that karmic becomes, right? But the more manipulation that that karmic implements, the more he wakes up. So he's going to notice you even more because he's picking up on fuckery from the karmic. Okay? So I'm moving right along. We have fulfillment. We have curiosity. We have hope. We have tail of mossy gold. Clarified with some tarot. We have the page of shells and the king of feathers. Hold on, is that going? I'll do it like this. Okay, so y'all, and then, oh wait, we have the Ten of Wands. Y'all, so the secret, y'all, is that fulfillment exists beyond the burden. How can I put this? Spirit. Okay. The collective has been carrying responsibilities that were never fully theirs, right? So that Ten of Wands confirms that exhaustion. But with the page of shells, with this page of shells, it's like it brings emotional curiosity. But hope arrives because spirit wants exploration rather than fear. But the king of feathers suggests wisdom and objectivity. Okay? So, Tale of a Mossy Gold speaks of hidden treasure discovered through patience. Let me get my thing out the way. So, pretty much, what I get from this is that the burden, it has purpose because that burden has also been guiding you towards wisdom. So we have the Ten of Confirmation. So we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands reduces to a 1. Confirmation. Endings creating beginnings. A cycle closes and a new chapter opens. So let's get into it. So we're going to keep it pushing. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have differences. Clarified by listen. Celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on. Hey. Ow. um, we have the Seashell Princess. We have the moon, and the Knight of Wands. So what I'm getting off rip is that the secret isn't the differences. The secret is how people reacted to them, right? Hold on. Because what's going on? Okay. So the moon reveals the misunderstanding, but and the misunderstanding could have been fear, it could have been projection, but that Knight of Wands reveals impulsive action. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. But it represents impulsive action. Okay, you guys. They don't want me to get this out at all. But the Knight of Wands reveals impulsive actions. But see, with the Seashell Princess, this suggests emotional sensitivity. Like, emotional sensitivity beneath appearances. And so, to me, the celebration card indicates that eventually these differences become strength. Okay? Spirit says, listen before assuming, observe before reacting. Not every mystery is a threat. And sometimes it's simply information waiting to be understood. So, try not to jump to conclusions with certain details because it might not be exactly what you might think it might be. You feel what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we can come to our own conclusions because we all have our own independent minds. But just because you jump to a conclusion doesn't make it a fact. It doesn't make it actual factual. You're only going based off of your own thought process. Okay? I just want to put that out there. But your counterpart is coming to a revelation. Right? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to organize this stuff. Y'all know me. I be using my different oracle decks and things. And so, your counterpart is coming to a revelation. It seems like while the feminine energy is becoming more grounded, becoming more intuitive, becoming more discerning, reading rooms better, your counterpart is finally waking up because your presence, or lack thereof, has been creating issues in other sections of their life and of their experience. And so, your counterpart's revelation is coming into fruition because it starts off with lust, which is clarified by daybreak, confirmation, limitless, an alien emerges, clarified with some good old tarot, which is justice, the sun, and the 10 of fucking cups. Now, I just heard in my mind, this is where spirit dramatically clears its throat. One of those. Yes, attraction still exists, but lust here feels bigger than physical desire. And it's about passion, potential, and possibility, right? But an alien emerges, indicating awakening. Come through. It indicates an awakening. An alien is emerging. Someone, for example, you were one way in your past. Something happened, maybe a deep betrayal, maybe an unforeseeable type of revelation. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This isn't for everybody, but this is for whoever needs to hear it. Something transpired, and it made you different. And the person that you used to be is no longer. And so people don't recognize you. So you're an alien to others. An alien emerges. Someone is seeing things differently. But see, daybreak confirms clarity arriving. Because with that sun high in the sky, come through. With that sun high in the sky, you can't miss it. You can't miss the evidence. But see, that Ten of Cups and the sun represents emotional fulfillment and happiness. Joy, vitality. The secret, what looked like chaos, was actually creating clarity the whole time. But see, sometimes it takes a little more than a little more than some sweet shit to wake you up. Sometimes, y'all, it take a tower to make things clear and really, really transparent. And with that Justice card, we have Libra. With the Sun, we have Leo. And with the Ten of Cups, we have Pisces energy. And that's strong soul growth energy, y'all. So we're going to move on to Spirit's final message. And I do have to say, you guys, I do have to say that Spirit's last message is cut dry and to the point, right? But we start off with the High Priestess of Spirit. Y'all, offer, emotions, Nautilus Angel, Seven of Shells, and the Judgment. This is the heart of the reading. Confirmation. This is the heart of the reading. The secret behind the situation isn't confirmation. It isn't hidden anymore. It's spiritual evolution. And with the High Priestess of Spirit, a High Priestess of Spirit indicates divine guidance. But see, Nautilus Angel represents sacred growth. And that Judgment card is only clarifying the awakening that's occurring. The Seven of Shells indicates, and this is Seven of Cups in regular terms, but the Seven of Shells suggests many choices, illusions, and possibilities. But see, we have offer here. And offer indicates that Spirit is presenting an opportunity to you. Are you discerning enough to see it? The choice, it belongs to you. Oh, excuse me. The secret wasn't what someone else was doing. The secret was how the situation was transforming everyone involved. Okay? collective. So the final energy breakdown that I'm feeling is that there was a hidden emotional truth emerging. And with your counterpart, love exists beneath fear and rigidity. um, and I'm not feeling any third party type situations, but if there is a third party type situation, it's likely connected to old structures that are collapsing through divine intervention. We have our feminine energy, who is highly intuitive and entering peaceful detachment, while our masculine energy is confronting vulnerability and emotional awakening. So I feel like the outcome with the judgment and the high priestess of spirit, it indicates a major awakening cycle. Okay? So get prepared because your person is coming towards you. That is for sure. And are you ready? Want to be on top? So before you go, I want to go through our Who Is It Oracle deck to find out some, characteristical traits, about your person. Could be male or female, could be masculine or feminine. Take what resonates. We're going to get a few, and then we're going to get up out of here. Beard. Someone might have a beard. You or your counterpart. Let's see what else. Somebody has a tattoo or tattoos. Oh. Someone might be average height. You or your person might be average height. Oh. Someone has exaggerated features. All right. We're going to take these ones that fell, and then we're going to get up out of her. Someone has freckles, coarse curly hair, mixed color green eyes. It's a woman with a beauty mark. Okay? All right, you guys, and there you have it. Spit bitch, listen. Spirit walked in, exposed the secrets, knocked over a karmic tower, released the sea serpent bitch, introduced an alien mermaid, and somehow still ended with enlightenment. A perfectly normal day in Turo, bitches. But listen, if this reading resonated, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and join us for the next Velvet Arcana series, okay? Until the next time, trust your intuition, watch for the synchronicities, and remember, the cards may reveal the mystery, but the plot twist is actually happening inside of you. Please like, share, and subscribe.